may know, it is super hot in a lot of places in the world, including here in Belgium. So today we can even get record temperatures. That is just insane. So if I look hot, I'm sorry, but I am hot. But today I just wanted to share with you 5 things that I do to try and keep cool in these crazy temperatures, because we don't have air conditioning here. That's not a thing. Only a few people have that. And so we have to be a little creative. So today I thought it would be fun to show you some of my tips that are a little bit unusual. You know, I'm not going to tell you to drink a lot of water and to use a fan, because you know all those tips. So I thought it would be fun to share a few things that I do that are maybe a little bit more unusual. At least some of them are. I will list everything that I mentioned and show in this video in the description box below. I'm not sponsored by these brands or anything, so I'm just gonna list them in case you are interested. So the first thing I want to mention is this bracelet. You're probably wondering, how can a bracelet help you keep cool? Well, it's a cooling bracelet, so it's a very cool cooling bracelet. So this is what it looks like. It has these little compartments that are filled with gel crystals. These gel crystals are activated by water, and they then keep you cool for hours and hours and days on end. So what you do is you just put it in the water for a couple of minutes. These crystals swell up, so the bracelet gets a little smaller, and they're activated, they start cooling, and when the bracelet is dry, it keeps cooling. So it keeps cooling for about a week. It depends on how hot it is. If it's really hot, you have to activate it a couple of times, but usually it lasts me at least a week. So it's very interesting, and the thing is, you wear it on your wrist, obviously, and it cools your veins, and therefore it cools your blood, therefore it cools your body. So it might seem a little weird, but it really does help. So I wear this pretty much non-stop, but I don't have it on right now because I wanted to show it, but this is just a lifesaver. I really love this thing. Next, I have something that helps me sleep at night when it's really hot, because I'm the type of person, I really cannot sleep with a fan on. I can't stand the noise. So I know people say it's white noise and that it actually helps them sleep. Well, not me. Any type of noise, I wake up, I can't sleep. So I needed something else, and I got these. They're bigger, they're folded right now. So these are cooling mats, and they are activated by weight. So as soon as you lay on them, they start cooling. It's not like they get super cold, but they do get cold enough, you know. So I have a small one for my pillow, and then I have a massive one for my body. So I just put these on my bed, and you could just put a sheet on top if you want it to be extra soft, or you want an extra layer between you and the product. Although it is hygienic, you could just, you know, clean it off. But yes, and you can sleep on it, or you could just lay on it until you're cool enough and then remove them from your mattress. You can also use them to sit on or whatever, you know. But for me, they're in my bed, and they really help me fall asleep. They stay cool for about 4 hours, and then you just need to get your weight off of it for 20 minutes, and then you can reactivate them. So these are very interesting. Sometimes they sell these smaller ones for pets. So if you see something that looks exactly like this, and it's really thick and it's activated by weight, then it's suitable for humans too. But I got them from a website that sells these for humans, but I think these small ones are the exact same thing. You do need to pay attention though, because a lot of these mats that they sell for pets, you have to activate by putting them in the water or putting them in the freezer, and they're not very suitable for humans because you don't want to get your mattress all wet, right? And in the freezer, I mean, you see me putting all this in my freezer. I don't think so. I have other things in my freezer right now, like lots of popsicles. So yeah, this is a very interesting product and I would definitely recommend it for anyone who has trouble sleeping in this heat. This next product isn't actually meant to keep you cool, but it sort of does, because the side effect is that it blows a lot of cold air out of the top. This is an air purifier by Bionaire, so it purifies the air. I use this all year round, and especially now it's also very helpful because there's not a lot of oxygen in the air right now, and there's a lot of dust because it's also very dry. We haven't had rain in forever. So this is really helpful, but the air that blows out of here is pretty cold, so it actually sort of acts as an air cooler as well. So when you put this on, you actually notice that the air around you gets really cool. And it's interesting because it's not like a fan that blows on you, it just cools the air around you in the room. So I kind of use it as an air cooler as well. The next thing is something very interesting as well. It is this cap, but it's not just any cap. You know, I do wear a lot of caps to protect my hair and my head from the sun, but this one is something else. It's a very special. Of course, it just protects you against the sun as well, but as you can see, it has all of these little holes, these little ventilation holes. But it's also sort of like the cooling bracelet, but this is a cooling cap. It has this blue areas that actually cool your head. So it is also activated by water. It doesn't swell up like the bracelet though, so I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think it's similar, you just don't feel the crystals. So you just put it in the water and then you wait for it to dry. And then you wear it and it keeps your head really cool for quite a long time. Not as long as the bracelet, not for an entire week or anything, but definitely for an entire day, even when it's this hot. It's one size fits all, and it has this, it's kind of funny, not really important, but it has this Velcro that's not really Velcro. I don't know, it's interesting. But it works really well. I wore it all day yesterday and it really helped keep my head cool. And it is by a brand called Hypercool. And my phone is ringing. Anyway, this is very interesting and I would again really recommend it because keeping your head cool is super important to prevent heat stroke. And then the last thing, I know this is not for everyone, but I do want to mention it because it has really been a lifesaver for me. I bought this last year and oh my gosh, I don't want to be overly dramatic, but I honestly don't know how I would be surviving right now if I didn't have this. So last year I bought a pool. It's an Intex Prism frame pool and I will put the measurements in the description box. If I'm not mistaken, it's 3.66 meters in diameter and 76 or 78 or something centimeters high. So it's quite it's not super big, but it's really not super small either. You can easily swim in it, but you can also still, well, I can also still sit in it with the water up to here or something, which I like because I do like to sit in my pool as well. So it is a modest size, I guess, but it is, oh my gosh, it is awesome. I just love it so much. I know it's kind of like, oh, get a pool. I know it's not just that simple, but I just want to mention it because it really helps me deal with the heat. And yeah, it's definitely worth the money if you enjoy being in the water. I really hope some of these things I've mentioned will help you survive this heat wave. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite thing is that you do that helps you deal with the heat. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, and keep cool. Even talking makes me sweat. Oh my god, how am I going to be able to film this video? Ik kan echt geen minuut babbelen zonder dit. Amai, mijn stem klinkt raar. Oké. Hey vrouwtje, dag Macy. De Macy. En ik moet hier weer al de ventilator op mij laten blazen, want ik ben helemaal nat van de warmte. Oh. Dat is ook heel slim van mij om een video te filmen op de heetste dag ooit. Dedication!